Greetings, programs. My name is Wretch, and I'd like to welcome you to Curse of the Old Gods. Now, this is a point-and-click adventure game that's currently available on Steam. I have it linked down in the description below. The entire game, music and everything, was done by one person, Tim Racker, or Ratcher. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly either way. And it's kind of an homage to the old 16 color palette games from way back when. I remember quite a few of those. And I got contacted saying, well, Wretch, you've played a lot of Lovecraft games. Why don't you go ahead and give this one a shot? So we are going to do just that. I really like the cityscape in the background. Let's go ahead and see what this game is about. Oh, look at that. Memories. So we got 0 out of 5,000 score, like the old school window interface. Show spots. Oh, cool. Alright. My name is Rick Moreton, and I work for the FBI. I've been called to support the NYPD with their investigations at the Greenwich National Museum. The night watchman has been found dead on the main staircase, his flashlight sticking in his head. The museum is in the middle of preparations for a huge exhibition on Africa. Rumors say that they're running out of money and desperately need some funding. I guess that's why the director has called his friend the commissioner to speed up the investigations. When the cargo ship carrying the pieces for this exhibition arrived with the whole crew gone, the FBI started some investigations of their own. Ooh, so it's like the Demeter and Dracula. Tap the question mark to show all interactable objects on the screen. Okay, looks like Carl Winslow here. Officer Carlson. And it seems that we have a basic action wheel here. Those are some interesting icons. Talk to... So these are grayed out, so we can't use them. Chief Benson told me to work closely together with the NYPD. Officer Carlson just came from the academy, but with promising results. I should refer to Officer Benson, though, as she's my contact here. I guess that's Officer Benson. I assume the arrow is our way in. Counter. This is a little device for the watchmen to check in on their route. The guard passes his counter with an RFID chip in his pockets, and it recognizes the time when the guard passed and sends it to the security company. Oh, that's handy. This counter has the ID 81Q4-73B. I can call the security company when the guard passed this counter the last time. Okay, let's go ahead and write that down. If we're going old school here, it's always good to write this kind of stuff down because you don't know if you're ever going to see it again, and it could be important. 73B. Alright. And looks like Officer Bristol's the last thing we can click on here. I was informed that Officer Bristol was taking care of shutting the museum from the public. She's the one to talk to here. Oh. You must be Officer Bristol, if I'm not mistaken. That's correct, sir. Regarding the museum during the investigation, I've heard it was an accident. Why are we here exactly? The museum director has good connections to the NYPD. I guess he wants to make sure everything is handled correctly here. I'm here to find connections to an FBI case. Have the crime scene specialists already done their job? Yes, they left a few hours ago. You can take a look around for yourself. If you find anything, I can send it to the crime lab for you. The body's already been brought to the coroner. Maybe you should talk to the museum's director first. His office is the last through the hallway on the second floor. Oh, well, thank you, officer. Can we talk again? Go inside and have a look. I'll be waiting here and make sure no one enters the museum. Okie dokie. What's this arrow do? Oh, it's our inventory. We've got a phone, a gun, and a harmonica. Now, that's a spare clip, but... A 6-round clip from my Springfield bureau. Or bureau, however you want to pronounce that. My old reliable handgun. Hadn't used it in a while, though. Smartphone. My smartphone has quite some functionality. I can make calls, get emails, save or load the game, and change settings. Okay, so this is how we save the game. Can we call the security company? Do we have that number? No contacts available. I guess we have to get that a little bit later. I have no email saved on my phone. There's... oh, Facebook. He even has Facebook. Look at that. And the ability to save game. Cool. Do all these... nope. Still, that's pretty handy to have. Neat. That is a Brachiosaurus, I think? We got to click here. Dinosaur. The skeleton of a gigantic dinosaur is standing in the hallway. Too bad I have more important things to do and have no time to figure out what kind of dinosaur it is. Window. The warm afternoon sunlight bathes the room in a gloomy atmosphere. The dust settling in the sunlight almost creates the illusion of fog. Oh, I love when that happens. And looks like we have some directions to go. I assume that leads us back outside? Uh-huh. And stairway. And, oh! Ah! Our crime scene. Okie dokie. We'll work our way this way. Body markings. This is a spot where they found the body. Did he really fall on his flashlight, or was someone else involved? I really don't think he'd fall, like, with enough force that it would go through his head. Puddle of blood. The victim lost a lot of blood, obviously. There's a lot of spray all over the stairs if a lot of force was used to kill him. Skull fragments. Ew. Small pieces of the watchman's skull are scattered over the stairs. And the coroner didn't take these. Picked up skull fragments. Ugh. Small pieces of a human skull. The watchman's skull, to be precise. Hope you're wearing gloves there, sir. Glass case. There's some crossbows on display. The case seems to be secured by an alarm system. Too bad more weapons are always handy. Oh yeah, too bad more weapons are always handy. Up the elevator. Ooh. I don't understand what all the fuzz is about. It's an important discovery and belongs into a museum. The public has the right to learn more about it. You don't understand what you're dealing with. This is not some odd curiosity. It means much more to many people. So you are the expert here now? I think my lifelong experience in this area of research demands a little more respect, madam. I will continue examining the piece, and when I'm finished, it's going to be part of Myths from Africa. Fine, but I'm not staying in this museum any longer. I should have settled with being the assistant of Professor Wiskenmeyer. He creeped me out, but at least he was listening. Okay. Intrigue? Professor Clayton. The renowned professor is a well-known expert on anthropology. Anthropology. Words. What was that about? Oh, nothing. Just a little argument between me and my assistant. You are from the police, I presume? Actually, I'm from the FBI. Name is Moreton. Pleased to meet you, Professor Clayton. Ah, marvelous. Someone did his homework. I've been working at the museum for over 25 years and never seen such a tragedy. Good luck with your investigations. Is that all he has to say? I've asked all my questions. Maybe I should return later. Alrighty. Wow. This guy looks like he should be about to sell me insurance. Director Madison. The director of the Greenwich Museum. His job is to keep everyone happy and take care of the museum's funding. I think this man knows about every important person in New York, so I shouldn't be too hard on him. Business cards. A stack of business cards from the museum's director. Can we grab one? Picked up business cards. What we got here? A business card from the museum's director, including his phone number. Or the number of his secretary, I guess. I've added to my smartphone's contacts and threw the card away. So we need to be really careful with that. I see. Good afternoon, Professor Madison. My supervisor sent me here to help with the investigations. Ah, yes, of course, you mean the accident. I hope that you treat this unfortunate event with discretion. We can't afford a scandal so close to the opening of our new exhibition. Feel free to roam around and ask questions, but don't bother our scholars too much. Also, the African exhibition is off limits. I hope you understand there is important work to be done. I assure you to treat this case with utmost care, but I absolutely need access to all areas. Do you understand? Mr. Moreton, as unfortunate as this accident is, the show must go on. You are not an unofficial investigation here. It was me that agreed to let the FBI send you here, and I hope you respect that major concession. If you have any further questions, please contact my secretary down the floor. I need to find proof that this is not an accident if I want to convince the director to grant me access to the whole museum. Looks like a new path is open for us. Hello, nurse. Teapot. A pot filled with tea. You've received cup of tea. And got an achievement. Awesome. A cup filled with hot lemon balm tea. I don't like tea in real life. Use cup of tea on... no one. Okay. Guess we'll have to wait on that. Let's talk to the young lady here, who's probably very confused that I just walked in without introducing myself and grabbed tea. Miss Carlson. An attractive young lady is sitting behind the desk. She's looking at me curiously. Indeed. Nice to meet you, Mr. Agent. Mr. Madison let me know that I should help you in any way possible. Is there something I can do for you? Yes, actually. Do you have a file on the Night Watchman? Sure. I've already retrieved it. Here you go. Anything else I could do for you? That's all for the moment, but thanks. You received personnel file. Alright, who is our Vic? I've entered the number of Angel Security into the smartphone's contacts. Angel Security, 555-6666-4532. Robert Mars. Supervised auto, male, only 20 years old. So he wasn't your typical kind of big old security guard that you see at like night at the museum or in most movies. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and use the smartphone. Angel Security. I should find all counter IDs before I call Angel Security for the times. Oh, there's more of them. Okay. Well, that works. Is there anything else that I need to... We've got email and a phone number here. I don't think we need to call next of kin. Someone else will be doing that. Do you need anything else? I'm sorry. I'm currently very busy, but maybe we can have a coffee later. We could have tea right now, if you'd like. I can't do that. Oh, okay. Duty first. I understand. Keep on going down that way. That's not going to work out for us, I don't think. There's another counter. Little device at the Watchman, same kind of thing. I write down the ID for the counter. A3BB33K. I called the security company when the guard passed this counter the last time. Okay, A3BB-33K. I need to go ahead and keep searching. Make sure there's any more of these. Nothing there. Sir, this woman wanted to leave the museum. I told her that she has to stay until you had the opportunity to talk to her. She seems very disturbed. Oh, that must be the woman who had the tiff with the professor. Kathy Bennon. She's sobbing heavily and doesn't respond to my questions. Maybe I should wait until she feels a little better. That's where... T, the Sheldon Cooper philosophy. Alright, well, before I do that, let's go ahead and use the phone. Maybe that's all that we need to do? Oh, we don't have all the counter IDs. Okay. I don't know when that's going to be, but... She took the cup, thankfully. Waited for her to take a nip, and now she seems ready to talk. There we go. Are you feeling a little better now? I need to know what happened. It's just... This exhibition is horrible. It's insulting and blasphemous. Those relics are not meant to be gaped at by the public. They are holy and very personal. How do you know? My grandmother comes from the region where they were found. I've recognized the craftsmanship immediately when I helped Professor Clayton on these pieces. She told me a lot about our heritage, our culture. Those statues and masks are holy to our people. It will draw the curses from the old gods if they are disturbed, but I guess that warning comes too late. Poor Robert. I've asked all my questions. Maybe I should return later? Okay. She's sitting on the stairs without much movement. Her makeup is all over the place, but she's calmed down a little. Nothing there. Alright, maybe we need to have another chat with the professor, maybe? No. More tea? Should we get more tea? That was the only cup, but I don't think I'll need another. Gotcha. So maybe talking to the director would be the best option here. If you need anything else, please refer to my secretary. Her room is the first on the hallway. I have pieces of skull. Oh. Wait a minute. I think I know what we gotta do. Do we need to hand off the pieces of skull to the officer? Could you please let someone bring this evidence to the laboratory? Sure. Right away, sir. And personnel file... There's nothing we can really do but just look at that. Gun's already loaded. Smartphone. Call Director Madison? I prefer not to call Miss Carlson if it's not important for the case. I try to separate private and business affairs. Need to find a counter IDs, which we found 2 so far. And no emails saved to the phone. You need to call anyone? Or do we have to use it on... Okay. I'm just gonna be very, very thorough here. Written down the ID for that counter. Already looked at the dinosaur, already looked at the window. I'm not seeing any other point here. Check our inventory. It's the way out. Already written down. Glass case. I'm just looking for any more arrows that may suddenly appear. Oh. Do I have a message? Ah. Hello, Agent Moreton. We did some tests on those fragments you sent us. We discovered that those fragments can't be linked to a single hit with the flashlight. It's very unlikely that the watchman just fell on the light, so I guess we can rule out an accident. Cheers, Sarah Lee. Alright. Well, now that we know that... let's go ahead and pay a visit. Have a chat. I want you to look at this email. It was clearly not an accident what happened to the Watchman. I officially take over the investigation from now on. Oh dear. That's horrible. Who would do such a gruesome thing? And for what reasons would anyone harm this poor little guy? Poor little guy. I'm here to find answers to those questions. I assume I have access to all areas of the museum now? He did not say no. So I guess... This must be... We got someone new to talk to here. Guardian statue. The statue is about 3 feet high and made of dark wood. There's no sign to clarify more details about it, but it looks old and very impressing to me. Sign. A major amount of the exhibition is designated to the topic of religion. Wonder what gods will be worshipped here. Counter. Okay, let's go ahead and... The label is faded heavily. I can't read the ID on this one. We'll have to maybe get some carbon paper or something. Professor Whiskermeyer. This is the creepy one that she was talking about. Ritual mask. An African ritual mask. It looks ancient if you ask me, but I couldn't tell the difference to a cheap souvenir anyway. A professor is studying some papers. I recognize that it must be Professor J.C. Whiskermeyer from the investigation files. He started working for the museum about 2 years ago. It's an honor to meet you, Professor. Hope you don't mind if I ask you some questions. Have you been at the museum the night the Watchman died?
I'm in the middle of something here, so excuse me if I have to keep it short, but yes, I was working. You see, we have to get the Africa exhibition finished before the grand charity event starts, and my new assistant called in sick today. If you have any questions regarding the museum, you can come back to me anytime, but for now, please let me finish this.
Interesting. Okay, is there... Touch the Guardian statue? I gave the statue a push, but nothing happened. Ritual mask? Picked up ritual mask. Well, let's go ahead and have a look here. An ancient African ritual mask. Maybe one of the professors can tell me more about it. Okay, well this seems to be in your wheelhouse.
That's a Zulu ritual mask, worn by the witch doctors in the region now known as South Congo. More than 400 years, some tribes practice very dark rituals with human sacrifice and orgies. This mask is from that exact time period and might bring further proof to these anthropological theories. I expect you to return the mask after your investigations, of course. Use ritual mask on... stone? I don't know. Use... Now I know this is probably not going to work, but just wanted to make sure. Now maybe we'll have more access... No, can't go further upstairs. Oh, let's see what the other professor has to say about it. That mask is from the Myths of Africa exhibition. Please put it back. It's invaluable. Oh, that is the wrong character. Well, these things happen. Hey, do you want to know what these masks are used for? I can't do that. Okay. Well, that's well and good. Kind of same thing there. Just want to put the mask on everyone, just to see what would happen. Always check to make sure that new stuff is popped up.
And no questions. Let's head outside. Maybe we got some new details.
Oh, we need to show her the mask. You've confiscated that from the exhibition? Oh, thank you so much. I'll bring it to my granny right away. I mean, if I'm allowed to leave now.
Yes, but don't leave the city for the next couple of days. The FBI or NYPD might want to contact you soon. I did a good thing. This is now officially a murder investigation.
A murder? Gosh. Yes, sir. I'll call him immediately.
I clicked. I didn't know who exactly he was going to call. Okay, well, I'm not sure who we just contacted, but I am sure that they are important to the overall cause. Still talking, no questions. Maybe we need to go have another chat with the director. Secretary. Let's chat with the secretary. Alright, nothing currently available. So I'll tell you what, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I'm enjoying it so far. I like the art style. The translation is a little bit off, but nothing that I can't work around. And I dig the music in the background too, so far, so good. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.